Let's look ahead. The Jets take on the Colts Sunday at home. So it must be asked, as we just talked about, is it time for Tim Tebow or is it still Mark Sanchez? I'll give it to you, Stephen A.
You know,
I think I just talked you into Tebow.
You know what? It's not,
I'm seeing it in your face.
It's not so much that you talked me into Tim Tebow. Again, I predicted that he should start by week 6. What do you have to lose? You are going up against the Indianapolis Colts. I just don't believe that last night is the reason why. I think that when you look at Mark Sanchez, like if you want to sit there and say it's Mark's law as opposed to Murphy's law, what can go wrong will, that's a plausible argument because it does seem to be the case, okay? But because I'm looking at balls that should have been caught. There's a couple of weeks that there were balls that should have been caught by Mark Sanchez. His touchdown pass to Cumberland was a big-time pass, and Mark Sanchez can throw the football when you give him time. If you have a secondary that is suspect, I say you leave Mark Sanchez in the game and you exploit that if you are the New York Jets. But if you don't have any weapons offensively because guys are dropping passes, or you run into a stout secondary, then to me it is clear that you should put Tebow in the game. What I will say is that for me, more importantly than anything else, getting back and piggybacking to your point of Mark's law, it's really not debatable for me. I'm in no strong position to debate that because it just seems to me like things snowball offensively for the Jets. Something always seems to go wrong at the most inopportune time. And you brought Tebow here. Use the dude. I mean, clearly you are misusing him. Sperano is embarrassing himself with the way that he is using him. Rex Ryan is embarrassing himself by allowing Sperano to use Tim Tebow the way that they have been using him. At some point in time, you got to stand up and make the decision that, okay, we're going to roll the dice and take this chance. And in Seattle, if you got Pete Carroll that can make the decision after signing Matt Flynn about $10 million guarantees, then I'm going to put a rookie in and see what he's got.
Same deal.
And if you're the New York Jets, even though you're going to owe, even though you're paying Mark Sanchez $11.25 million now, even though you're going to owe him $8.25 million for next season, you might need to roll the dice. I am of the mindset, and I am clear. Let me just say this for the record. Last night's fantastic pass to Hill, notwithstanding, I do not believe that Tim Tebow can throw the football.
We know that.
You know this.
Tim can't throw. That's his name.
Tim can't throw, as opposed to Tim Tebow. Tim can't throw. I like that. I'm going to use that from now on. Tim can't throw. Tim can't throw. Okay? Tim can't throw. So for me, what you do is you roll the dice, take the chance, get it over with once and for all. Because if Tim Tebow is awful, then we would move on from the Tim Tebow era and Mark Sanchez can live in peace. If he's good, and if he's better for the Jets than Sanchez, then you know you need to move in a different direction. But one way or another, it is time for the decision to be made.
What do you think the owner, Woody Johnson, is whispering behind closed doors?
I think he wants Tebow in the game.
Thank you.
I think he wants to see what he's got.
Yeah, I think
And I think he's losing faith, and I have no, this is not sourced or anything like that. I do not know. But I would surmise, based on what he's seeing and based on his comments recently, I think he's losing faith in Mike Tannenbaum.
I agree with you. And maybe, in turn, in the head coach.
Yeah, again, if the head coach continues to allow his stubborn tendencies to usurp everything else.
Just out of my mouth.
There we go.
I was going to say, Rex, stubborn to a fault. Always has been. His father was stubborn to a fault.
Yes.
He inherited that, right?
Yes.
I think, Rex, there's no way he wants to start Tim Tebow. I think he must start Tim Tebow to save what's left of the season. I'm going to say it again. And maybe ultimately save his own skin here. Because Mark Sanchez, whatever you want to call it, snake bitten, haunted by Tim Tebow, he is, as I keep saying, he is a brain-locked basket case, Stephen A. Do you realize his offense has now scored 3 touchdowns in the last 4 games?
Right.
3 touchdowns in 4 games? Right. Are you kidding me? And check this out. His completion percentage for the year now is 48%.
Yes.
The lowest.
That's Tebow-like.
Listen to this, but listen to this. The lowest through a team's first 5 games since Jamarcus Russell in 2009.
Jabba the Hutt, Russell?
Jabba the Hutt!
Are you kidding me?
Lowest since 2009 through a team's first 5 games, because obviously Tebow didn't start.
Listen. Let me say this to you. I'm on the record. I want to stay on the record. And you know me. This is America.
I hope you're on the record because we're on TV.
That's right. This is America. It's the land of second chances. Yeah. I firmly believe that. I try try to, be nice to people. But I'm gonna tell you something right now. When it comes to Jamarcus Russell, former #1 overall pick that played for the Oakland Raiders and just abandoned teammates, didn't work hard, didn't do anything. He just looked like a blob, okay? That's why I call him Jabba the Hutt, Jamarcus Russell, okay? Now, I'm telling you right now, any quarterback in the modern era who is compared to Jamarcus Jabba the Hutt Russell, you got problems.
Well, you got problems.
You got problems.
I would agree. And even though Sanchez every once in a while will complete a pass that makes you sit back and say, wow, that was really good. In the big picture, you can't use Tim Tebow for a play here and a play there because it wrecks both quarterbacks. It's not Tebow, not what he does, and it really messes with the psyche of Mark Sanchez. He's a basket case. Tim Tebow is a momentum playmaker. We saw it last year. You have to at least give him full series. I think you should give him a full start.
We don't even need to debate this. I truly believe in my heart, had Tim Tebow been left in the game in that series, that the New York Jets, he would have scored the touchdown.
Yeah. So you guys are both in agreement.
He should at the very least, he should have been left in the game.
And at the very least, he should start against the Indianapolis Colts at home this Sunday.
Okay, I agree.
And if you want to say get it over with, I say get it started.
Are you saying
get it started?
Get it started, get it over with.
There we go.
But he should be in the game.
He should be in the game. He should start the game Sunday.
Right?
I do agree. I mean, especially last night. I definitely thought he should have stayed in the game. It didn't make sense.
I like this. I like this woman.
Listen, it just makes sense. I'm just speaking the truth, people. All right, let's head to the Call of Duty.